Good morning, everybody. Not sure if these earbuds are working, so we'll just take them out. Good morning. How is everyone? We are live and online. It is Monday morning. If my technology would cooperate, that would be good. I just thought I would do a quick Coach's Corner moment. Asking you this morning, what is your mantra? What is that personal statement that you're making to yourself on the daily? And do you have one? I was thinking about that this morning. What are you telling yourself when you get up throughout the day, when you're feeling stressed, when things aren't going the way that you want? What are you telling yourself? Do you have a go-to phrase, a go-to couple of sentences? And if you don't, I recommend those, whether it's an affirmation. Good morning, Alyssa. Good morning, everybody. If you're just popping in, I'm just doing a quick Coach's Corner. I'm going to try to do this more often, like I told you last week. So today I'm asking you, what is your mantra? I am healthy, wealthy, and wise. I am pain-free and problem-free. I know what to do when I do it. Every day and every way, things are getting better and better. What's your go-to? Instead of complaining and criticizing yourself and thinking about what's wrong and thinking about what's not working, I'm recommending and suggesting that you come up with a 2 or 1 to 3 sentences that are your kind of go-to, and that you get an index card and you write them down and you stick them on your bathroom mirror and you stick them at your desk. And that when you start to feel stressed or when things don't look like they're going the way that you want, that you immediately go to these sentences and you just start repeating them over and over again. Oh, there's my sister-in-law. Hi, Nan. You need a mantra. What's your mantra? So every day in every way, things are getting better and better. I'm pain-free and problem-free. I know what to do when I do it. Pick something. Pick something that speaks to your vision, the way that you want things to be, rather than the way that they appear at the moment, right? You can increase your happiness by 40% just by the actions that you take, just by deciding to behave in a different way, to think in a different way, to act in a different way. You have control over this. You have ultimate control over increasing your happiness. And one of the ways that you can do that is to substitute what you are telling yourself with that rhetoric that goes in your head with something that's more positive, right? We all have that rhetoric. You get out of the shower, you look in the mirror, and I guarantee you, I call it the inner chronic, the inner critic. It always has something to say. It probably starts talking as soon as you put your feet on the floor when you get up in the morning, telling you everything that's wrong with everyone else, everything that is stressing you out. It's complaining, it's criticizing you, it's criticizing everyone else. We'll call that the chronic. You require different rhetoric. You need to change the narrative and give yourself a new script. And an easy way to do this is to just grab yourself a mantra, a personal little mantra, a couple sentences. Alyssa uses every day in every way, things are getting better and better. Those are keychains that I had done and sent out to some people a few years ago. That is my mother's favorite one. Every day in every way, things are getting better and better. I'm healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm pain-free and problem-free. That's a good one. You can think of something. I bet you can definitely think of something better. You can think of something that's better than what you're telling yourself right now. So I am actively doing this. I started thinking about it this morning, and I started when I was in the shower. I just started repeating this to myself instead of all the narrative that I usually have running in my head. Like I talked about last week in the Coach's Corner hit, if we could get to practicing, this positive psychology and the the changing up the behaviors and the actions and the words, and you could do that on a consistent basis, like really try to do it 75 to 90% of the time, you will literally increase your capacity for feeling happiness on a daily basis by 40%, and you will increase the quality of what you're drawing to you, right? Because what we draw to us is very much dependent on the narrative that we're running in our head, the rhetoric that we're running in our head. It's one thing to sit down and take, bookend your days, like I always say, and take that time in the morning. But once you finish like that prayer time or that quiet time, and then you go out into the day, if you jump right into the negativity and the critical thinking and focusing on the problems and focusing on what you don't want more of, then you can see how that sort of gets unbalanced. Like bookending the day is better than nothing. But if you then go into the middle of the day and all you're doing is focusing on the BS and what's not working and worrying is a life stealer, you guys. Seriously, an energy suck. Get yourself a little mantra, couple of sentences, write them on an index card, change it up every week if you want. Pick something for this week that you are just going to repeat to yourself when you are feeling kind of backed up against the wall. And throughout the day, when your mind wants to go to the negative, switch it up and push it towards this little couple sentence mantra that you're going to make for yourself. Okay, that's your Monday morning tip from the Coach's Corner. We'll see you probably a couple more times this week and definitely on Saturday morning for the show. See you soon. Have a great day.